All right, my fellow agents, it is I, X7, your host of Zenorama, the podcast of heroes and monsters, and also GAD Explanations. New episode out today. Anyway, today we're going to talk about an animated movie, which has music in it, but it's all in Japanese. The movie's subtitled, and it was dubbed in English. But before we get too much further into it, well, it is The Age of Great Dinosaurs, a movie written, created, and directed by Shotaro Ishinomori, along with one other gentleman. And I don't think I even have his name up there. Sorry about that. But uh, it's a pretty interesting movie. It's definitely not for children. Well, it is for children, but I can't believe it was released in this country relatively uncut, as we'll see. So, having said all that, please like, share, subscribe. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this movie. If you've seen it before, if you've seen the dubbed version, which is available here on YouTube in a pretty unfortunate mess of it's third or fourth or seventh generation, you can tell, VHS tape. And we'll get into that just a little further once we start the movie. And if you would watch just for a couple minutes longer, I'd really appreciate it. That really helps the algorithm. Having said that, let's roll. Okay, there is the title for the Harmony Gold production, and I probably should have included that so you could see it, which I forgot. And now, well, let's just roll the intro for the Harmony Gold uh, VHS release, which was released in 1985, dubbed by Intersound for Harmony Gold in 1985, with the voices of Jamie Johnston, Rebecca Fornstedt, and Robin Levinson, and then Robert V. Barron, who was also in charge of it. Those are the main voices that you'll hear. So you won't hear them all. You'll just hear the really. Let's just be kind, and we'll call it adequate music. How's that sound? Yeah, let's go with that. All right, here is the actual title for the subtitle version. The subtitled version and just a regular version in RAW are available on the Internet Archive if you'd like to look that up. It's the Age of the Great Dinosaurs, or Age of Great Dinosaurs. It does say the Harmony Gold version is up there, but it has been removed since then. I'm hoping that using just a little bit of it won't bother anyone. You did see the opening for Waldo Kitty yesterday. Anyway, it starts out with a bunch of nice drawings, and the artwork it's gorgeous. I've seen some of Shotaro Ishinomori's cartoons, notably Cyborg 009, which is one of my favorites in several versions, but I really like the original one in black and white. So there's my pteranodons with teeth, so obviously they're related to Turu, my beloved Elasmosaurus, neither of which are dinosaurs. And there is our hero, June, um, who is voiced by Ken Miyawaki in the first version, in the Japanese version. He gets yelled at a lot, called a sensitive person, and some other less polite names. This is set in southwestern Japan, and most of it's about this first part's about him, lamenting that construction and people over population and pollution are all destroying the earth. They need to save the earth by seeing the evil all around us. Save the earth. And yeah, he's sensitive. So he gets made fun of by his friends and called again more names by him that say he's not a boy, that well sensitive. He gets hit in the head with a soccer ball or something. Then he sees this light. His parents and his dad is voiced by Shotaro Ishinomori himself and called Sam in the dub. But he walks out to the beach and runs into Remy, voiced by Mitsuko Hori, who we see Horie probably. We've heard many times Kamen Rider songs, Go Ranger songs, especially if they were dedicated to the women. So we've heard her a lot. Just incredible voice, lots of energy. Just really just seems like an all around very decent person, I must say. So there they are standing, and they introduce each other. And her dopey little brother Chobi shows up because he followed her. He thinks she's on a date. Then suddenly, dun dun dun, do 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 do, an alien ship that reminds one of Balok's ship from the Valiant Balok. Bay, Balok. There we go. I meant to look that up first. And it's a UFO. And then it starts talking. These aliens are rather condescending and superior sounding. There he is, Commander Balok, played by, of course, Clint Howard. And he was dubbed by Walker Edmonston, Enoch. And the puppet's voice was Ted Cassidy. So lots of great talent there. What was he? Fesarius. That's the name of the ship, full of lights because it's cheap. They just essentially they kidnap the Earth kids and take them apart, take them aboard there, even with dopey little Chobi, who is called Chipper in the dub. It's James and Rebecca for the boy and girl there, and off they go back into time, diddly diddly, without a TARDIS at all. They see the birth of our world, and life was born. And then you get an ammonite and some trilobites and a Dunkleostis trying to eat a trilobite or not a trilobite, pardon me, that thing, the ammonite. A giant dragonfly. Julie, if you watch this, that one's for you. And there's an Eriops. There you go, frog, an old school original amphibian. So there's one for you as he chomps down on the dragonfly. Poor dragonfly. But fish got to eat, or frogs got to eat. And so the aliens are narrating that, and then they're at the end of the Cretaceous period, so you know what that means. Not this time with the Mosasaurus right there. It's not there's been a lot of dinosaurs, but it's not just the age of the giant dinosaurs. We see a Mosasaurus picking on my beloved Elasmosaurus. And then the aliens just drop him off right there on planet Earth and ask them this question, and then goodbye. We're just leaving you here. We don't know. We're not telling you if you can come back. There's some Struthiomimuses that I didn't get a great shot of. It's a good print. It's beautiful. The backdrops are beautiful. I mean, the backgrounds, pardon me. Now, Remy does look a little bit like Eloise from Cyborg 009, but she doesn't have any bionic powers or cyborg powers. So Chobi's full of himself, and he meets a little dinosaur and goes off chasing it because he's a little dope and a jerk. At the beginning, anyway. They get scared, and yeah, he's still saying they're on a date. And, when you're dropped back 65, 66 million years, you're going to bond no matter what. And sci-fi stories, yep. And then little Chobi finds eggs, and he starts trying to break them. Fortunately, they all crack and hatch anyway, and we get the cutest Triceratops babies ever. I mean, look at them. But guess what's about to show up? Complete with Godzilla's famous roar. So there hadn't been a Godzilla movie for 4 years at this point in time. So Toho is licensing out their roars all over the place. So at least we've got Triceratops and Tyrannosaurus in the same time frame. They run away, but that Triceratops has some. That Tyrannosaurus has some Triceratops McNuggets coming up here, and apparently, the little one knows they're being eaten. You can see he's eating them because he's drooling. Now he wants to eat these people. And look, he's upright. He's a tail dragger, so they hadn't quite gotten. I mean, this movie was a television movie, uh, so released in '79, and I just like this shot there. So you can tell he's evil. He's got red eyes, and there's another just hide in a cave. They need a fly swatter, don't they, or at least some power crystals. And Chobi is just yelling at him. Then apparently June is sad because they're so huge they must keep eating all the time. Well, yeah, I mean everything has to eat to survive. But this guy is after him. Why would he? Wouldn't he be hungry? He had food back there. He could go get something. Chobi stabs him in the eye, which then fuels the Tyrannosaurus's hatred. Oh, one eye, and off he goes. Now mom shows up, or dad, we don't know which one, and the battle is on. But unfortunately, this is one of the few times the Triceratops doesn't win. And the blood is pink. Probably wouldn't have been, but maybe they were trying to spare the kids. Once again, this got released over here. Off they go. They don't know where they're going, though. They're just wandering around the planet. So we've named it Toppy. They're obviously in North America. They might be here near fossil bed because there have been Triceratops bones and T Rex bones found here, but they could be up in Wyoming or further north in the Hell Creek Formation. It's all right. And now we have a dopey song, and unfortunately, they subtitle the song and not the characters who are talking the whole time. There's Stegosaurus, Ankylosaurus, Corythosaurus, Brachiosaurus, Rhamphorhynchus, who doesn't get a subtitle and he's way too big. He gets chomped by some kind of plesiosaur. I would guess that's a plesiosaur. There's a Brontosaurus or a Petasaurus. Take your pick of sauropod names. And a way out of place Dimetrodon. You can tell it's not an Edaphosaurus. It has sharp teeth. This, of course, is a synopsid, so it was extinct long before any dinosaurs showed up. I believe these are Trachodons, Troodons, or Trachodons, Hadrosaurs. We'll just say that. A Protoceratops, which was not native to America, but I'm not exactly sure what these were supposed to be because the stupid song subtitle is in the way. They're cool looking. Another Stegosaur, Toppy and Chobi sleeping. And then this was an actual lyric in English, which makes no sense. And they wake up and time has passed and Chobi is big. And now, what do we have here? Could it be? We got the bony crown. Has the hardest head around. Thanks, Howdy Tunes. I cannot thank you enough for creating that song and just making making my life so much better. So while the Packies are busting their heads together, these dinosaurs are all reacting. The Struthiomimus, Ornithomimus. I don't know how these are Spinosaurs. There's nothing spiny about their backs, so who knows what that's supposed to be. They even have more, like these Troodons. Those look like Skeksis from the Dark Crystal, don't they? Don't they? And what's this? I think we have to find out, and we are going to see the clip.
But I can. Pachycephalosaurus charge!
And if you didn't see that coming, you haven't been paying attention now, have you? All right, so got that. Now the Stegosaurus plates fly up, unlike the Scolosaurus, his armor flies up. That Notosaurus looks exactly like the Scolosaurus, doesn't it? Does it have a horn on it? No, it doesn't have a horn on its nose. This one could be related to Anguillus. Oops, went the wrong way. All right, and now they don't even know what they are. Lilith isn't going to like this because they're fighting over her. But guess who shows up to spoil the party with the look of terror on her face? Chompy Chompy. All right, Chobi rightfully yells at these two cowards, and then he looks back up. So having said all that, Let's see. We'll see that clip dubbed into English now, and then we'll go back. You can see that Toppy is even bigger.
What? Wow. Wow. Oh. Oh, it's giving me a headache just watching them. Me too. Oh. They probably don't even feel it. See, they're protected by those enormous head bones. Oh.
Are they fighting or just playing?
Can you see the female over there? I think they're fighting over her because she seems to be waiting to see who wins.
Nobody is winning, but neither of them seems willing to give up.
Mm-hmm. They could keep this up all day long. Let's go, okay?
Whoa!
The Tyrannosaurus! Off Foster now.
I hope they gang up on him. Huh? Those dirty cowards are running away.
After that, they're sad, but they just keep marching along, and because time keeps rolling faster and faster. You know, the obligatory volcano blows up. Dinosaurs are dying. Their assumption at this point in time in 1979 was still climate change killed rapid climate change because no one had thought that. I don't know if the meteorite theory had become widespread, but and volcanoes could have. I mean, it could have the meteorite hitting impacting the Earth at that size could have caused volcanic. Could everything could have gone into play there. So and now Toppy is big enough. He should be Topper now to fight the one-eyed T-Rex. Gores him, gore! And Chobi wants him to stop, but he sacrifices himself to, what we think is saving them from the frickin' T-Rex. And Chobi's too. I mean, he throws a fit. He has a tantrum, and she's like, "Yeah, he'll catch it. He'll run after us. He's really selfish after all." Man, Remy is this. You wouldn't want to mess with her as an older sister. Joby gets scared of the fossils or the bones he sees and runs after them. Now, yeah, see, we know that that's probably, the meteorite's probably the real reason or the main reason, but again, it could be more than one thing. Dreams of happiness abound. These songs are, I don't know, they seem to be out of place. I'm not sure this is an Eohippus, could be a Mesohippus. There's a Smilodon, Mastodon, and I want to say, let's see, I'm clicking on here. They're once again back in a cave. The Smilodon has a fight with the Mastodon, which is Mammothus. Uh, yeah, they're actually not a mammoth; they're a Mammothus. So Africanavus. That's where they stem from. Anyway, he kills the Smilodon, kills a cat. I hate saying that. And then the cavemen show up and kill him. Now these are supposed to be Neanderthals, but they because they're tough enough to wander around in the snow without any shoes on and barely any fur. I mean, that's not going to save their lives. And guess who shows up in the Ice Age? So what's going on here? Well, it turns out the aliens are bringing him forward in time with our other time travelers. And now the Ice Age is melting, the sun's out. Not sure if these are supposed to be the planets lined up, but I thought it was a pretty picture. That's a gorgeous picture. And look, he's still there, making tracks. And now they have these idiots saying that dinosaurs could have survived until very recent times. Nope. I mean, American cave paintings. Nope. And of course, they talk about Nessie and sea monsters in New Zealand. Nope and nope. Sorry. I really wanted to believe in Nessie Rumba. What was Nessie's long name? Nessie, I don't know. It actually was given a scientific name. But you see, Nessie exists. No, it doesn't. And this is from a romantic who wants to believe there's a plesiosaur in Loch Ness. But they think he's the last dinosaur, and when he's gone, there'll be no more. Man, how many songs from other movies can I fit into this episode? Chobi runs into probably a Cro-Magnon cave girl, or maybe Homo sapiens. And then he understands her for some reason. He's right there saying, her name's Lulu. I think that caught everybody off guard. So they to go back there, but the shaman or medicine man or whatever you want to call him, some people call him a witch in IMDb is called a witch doctor, but that seems to be kind of problematic. But her sister is going to be sacrificed to their god, and I can understand why they'd worship a T-Rex. I mean, why wouldn't you? I mean, especially that one because he's mean. But they use the power of their prayer and make him fall asleep. Did I get rid of that? Well, that's him being asleep. So they go to rescue the girl. The witch doctor gets in front of him. He says that June is wrong because he says the T-Rex won't be able to climb up the cliff. Guess who gets eaten? Bye bye, witch doctor. Oh, see, there's a witch doctor song. I'm not even going to go into that one. But off he goes. Finally, Chobi's had all he can stands. He can't stands no more. You'd think he's about to Hulk up now, wouldn't you? Or something worse. Use Cyclops laser optic beams, but nope. He inspires the rest of the Cro-Magnons to come out, and they bombard the T-Rex. And now we give the T-Rex a little pathos because he's gone past. He's crazy, but does he deserve this? The women throw rocks at him, and his other eye gets pierced. Finally, he knows he's going to die. He goes off into the ocean because he hears the sound of a foghorn. No, wait, that's a different one. T-Rexes can't swim. Well, not in deep water anyway. And he's dead. And then they realize that love and kindness can activate empathy, and the world needs it. The aliens tell him that the dinosaurs have grown too big, and so did your society. That sounds like they're going to bring him back in time to after they leave. And they'll welcome humanity with open arms if they learn their lesson. They're kind of snobby. We don't even know if they get back in time. That's where the movie ends, with them kind of scooting through, Adrian Russ singing Save the Earth from Godzilla vs. the Smog Monster. Don't go away, don't go. The sea has cobalt. It's full of mercury. And that's how it ends. And that's it. So, I really wanted to like this movie. I mean, I did. And it's just kind of, I don't know. It's a little heavy-handed with the aliens. And there doesn't seem to be, maybe it's lost in translation. But I'm glad I saw it because it's a dinosaur movie I've never seen, as I told Lilith. And until our next assignment, my fellow agents, this is X7 signing off and phasing out.